Do you think sergeants are sitting there saying, you know what, man, load up the AR, do it nicely. We're going to go ahead and shoot some targets here. No, they're saying, hey, maggot, fucking run right now. Like, why are they going ahead and taking that approach to train individuals for combat where it's life or death? When it's life or death, which is the fight against obesity, by the way, you're not going to sit here and like, oh, let me make you feel better so you can go ahead and go to the gym. No, you triple chin, fat piece, breathing 3 times as much as I should be doing.
Let's go.
You're taking 3 breaths of oxygen for my 1? Is your life more valuable than me, fat? No. Breathing like a weirdo. Like, no, this needs to be fixed. And if I yell at them and tell them, you fat piece, you need to go to the gym, you need to lift some weights, you need to eat better, you need to get out the cheeseburgers, they're going to remember that way more than me saying, hey, maybe you want to go ahead and readjust your diet. That's why that Jubilee video got so much views. Bro, no one gives a f what those other got to say on the thing. They all were commenting on me. Why? Because I was the most memorable. I was the most polarizing.
Do less of the.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, but I get you. I love it.
He's riled up.
No, I love it. It's true. It's true. Yeah. It's just there's a level of like, man, can you just be you're like a 12? Can you be like a 8?
I'll give you 8.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No. I'm just saying you in general.
Oh, you mean in general? Oh,
you don't think
giving a message?
Yeah, you don't think there's value at like doing it at 8? Because like, here's my thing: is like, if they're not ready to listen, they're not ready to listen, no matter what the you say. And if you're extra dickhead to them, they're gonna be like, for sure, that guy.
Then let them be a loser. We need winners and losers. Because like I look at it like there's 2 types of guys, right? If you have an A-type personality, whatever, it's gonna fire you up and you're gonna go anyway. But if you're like one of these like more passive, like you're gonna be like, oh, it's offends me, I'm gonna shut down. All right, then shut down. Sit in your dark room, cry me a river, listen to some Justin Timberlake, and be a like it's fine. The guys that are going to succeed are going to succeed. And when I give them that kind of motivation, it's either going to inspire or make them, say, oh, I'm going to go cry in a room. Go cry in a room, bro. We need losers.
What's your take on it?
100%. I mean, like the most successful world leaders of all time were authoritarian. They didn't like try to dial back what was true and what was false in order to appease the people's feelings. If something needed to get done, they said, this is how it's going to be. They like ruled the nation with an iron fist. You need people it's refreshing.
We're content creators, or we're not nation leaders. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but that's saying that the middle ground approach is not effective because people are gonna be like, well, yeah, you're okay.
But sometimes you have more influence than national leaders.
That's true. That's why mainstream media is dying so much.
Yeah, like some of these creators have more influence than national leaders.
Right. Politicians don't have movements behind them anymore. I think that more people would go to like a Fresh and Fit podcast rally than a Joe Biden rally. I think you could have actually more people show up to like let me, hey, gym protest. And there's going to be more energy for the fact that they closed down your gym than a Joe Biden rally. Any day. And he's the sitting president of the United States of America.
It was lit. We did that.
Where do you think there was more energy? Like outside a gym with some kids who are upset about the gym closing, or Joe Biden talking about whatever?
Obviously outside the gym, bro.
And that's the sitting president. So this is important to talk about. It's refreshing because this like it's been going on too long.
Especially in 2024, like there's certain influencers that like transcend borders and have more influence than some of these national leaders. Why do you think they shut Andrew Tate down so hard? They did like a concerted effort. We got to ban him everywhere. We got to ban him on YouTube, on Instagram, etc. We got to ban him. And the reason why is because he was able to inspire the youth into, having a more distant mindset.
So, and then it all comes down to control thing. It seems like all this stuff boils down to just being able to like more easily control the population to do whatever you want.
A fat, weak, depressed, genderless population is much easier to manipulate and control than people who are going to the gym every day and don't care about your feelings.
Women too. That's why they push feminism. So when you push feminism, right, and you tell women they're equal to men, etc. Well, okay, cool, they're equal to men, right? They can do everything that a man can do. But the reality is that women are way more susceptible and way more malleable to influence. This is why when you look at like fashion trends, when you look at advertisers, how they do their ads, etc., it's almost always appealing to women, right? Because women are the consumers. 80% of the consumer base is female. 3/4 of that is controlled by women. So who's the one spending the money? Women are. So if I'm an advertiser, am I going to go ahead and market to men who are way harder to sell to, way less agreeable, etc., or am I going to market to women? I'm going to market to women. So I'm going to go ahead and tailor my ads to women, to the weak-minded individuals, so that I can go ahead and make sales. This is why the liberal agenda, the feminist agenda has been pushed for so long, because it's easier to sell to weak-minded individuals.
And if you install feminism within the population, then the woman's going to be the one leading the household. And women think emotionally by nature. There was a moment yesterday, Myron's girlfriend and I, she was in the room when we were catching the pedophiles. And this guy literally admitted to texting 12-year-old boys, and he was caught red-handed with all this information. And I was like getting in his face and getting aggressive, kind of how you were. And then Myron's girlfriend was saying like, you're scaring him.
She felt bad.
You're scared.
She felt a little bit of
Good.
compassion.
We need to scare these people. So if you let the emotional mind of a woman, like, no offense, but let's be real. If you let the emotional mind of a woman have any sort of control and power, then the people that are really in control can dominate you easily.
That's why we give all this money to homeless and open borders and everything else like that. Like, that's what happens when like these wokies and people that are too compassionate get in office and they get power. And you know, an example of this, I always like to refer to like the Gillette commercial, right? Back in like 2019, I don't know if you remember this.
Yeah,
like Gillette released a commercial talking about toxic masculinity, etc. Like the fact that Gillette thought it was okay to release a commercial ostracizing their target base, which is men, and just on them for like 10 minutes talking about toxic masculinity, all this other stuff, goes to show who really buys and who they're advertising to, right? Could you imagine if Victoria's Secret put out an ad? Women, you need to stop making false accusation. You need to stop being hoes. You know, we're going to go ahead and burn our bras and you guys need to do better and stop being fat. Victoria's Secret will be out of business tomorrow. But they went ahead and felt okay with targeting men, on men. Gillette did this. Obviously, they lost a bunch of money doing it. But the fact that they even thought it was appropriate to do it tells you the current culture that we're in now, where advertisers are more concerned with being woke. They're more concerned with appealing to females, etc., because they know women spend the majority of money. So if you go ahead and you have a population that's run by women that are malleable to influence, and then you got a bunch of wokey men who are fat, weak, not going to the gym, not taking the health serious, and they're concerned with being politically correct, you can easily control the population.